Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It is a beautiful Saturday. Yeah, it's a little nippy out there, but in case you didn't know, it's December. And it creeped up on us, but yeah, it's December. And you know that Christmas is right around the corner.
Was it Jack Frost that was nipping at us?
No, because I punched Jack Frost in his face.
I've done that a couple times.
It might
like
hurt.
a baby.
Unless you're wearing glasses. If you're wearing gloves and you punch Jack Frost in his face will break. That's what I think happened anyway. If you would like to be a part of this here program, 800-905-0989 is the text line. We are also live on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, and on X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. Already some people jumping on stream. I see you up there, Chris. On today's show, we are going to break down the latest episode of My Hero Academia and It. Welcome to Derry. Might have some more things to talk about. Stranger Things. Netflix has bought the WB. We're going to talk about that. We got an AI takeover. We got Oops. We got Flaccid Stories. We haven't had any of those in a while, but you're going to enjoy this, especially you want to curl up and grab your loved one and have them listen to that. We got some tinfoil time, some rumors, nerd roundtable, so much more. But before we get to that, by the way, NXT deadline's going on right now, and we're going to jump in real quick and tell you what we think is going to happen because it's going on right now. So Cameron is here. I am here. And we're looking forward to the next 2 hours having a lot of fun. All right, so let's talk about WWE NXT Deadline. It's going on right now. Starting with a match that's going right now. Obafemi versus Ricky Saints. Had the pleasure of interviewing Ricky Saints in another life, and he was an amazing interview. I had a lot of fun interviewing him, and found out last night on SmackDown, whoever wins this match, well, they're going to be the champion, but they also get to wrestle Cody Rhodes on Saturday night's main event next week, which is John Cena's final match, which is going to put NXT superstars up against big-time superstars that are already on the main roster, showing you what the future of the company is going to be like. Obafemi versus Ricky Saints. I'm going to say Ricky Saints wins again and beats Obafemi, probably because of outside interference or something, not Ricky Saints' fault, but I think Ricky Saints is going to win. Again, Cameron, feel free to jump in. You don't know NXT as much as I do, so I get it. All right. The Iron Survivor Series is it's basically a gauntlet of matches, and whoever wins is the Iron Survivor. On the men's side, Javon Evans versus a person that Cameron and I both believe in. That would be Joe Hendry, Miles Bourne, Dion Lennox, Leon Slater. And those are your guys. And it's either Joe Hendry or Miles Bourne.
It's got to be Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry just signed with WWE. He's no longer with TNA. He is with WWE. I got to go with Joe Hendry. I'm going to go with Joe Hendry on that too, but wouldn't be surprised if Miles Bourne won it. All right. On the women's side, Sol Ruka versus Jordan Grace versus Kalani Jordan versus Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray. All right. Jordan Grace has been on NXT for a while. She came over there. She was a TNA Knockouts champion. You would think that she would get to move up like others have done, like Stephanie Vaquera has done. But she's still on NXT, which makes you wonder if she hasn't been able to adapt the style to what they do on the main roster. But I'm going to go with my favorite. I'm going to go with Sol Ruka. She has the best finishing move in all of wrestling, not just in WWE, but all of wrestling to me. The Soul Snatcher is amazing. It's got to be hard to hit. But
also a really good name.
It is. It definitely is. And so I'm going to go with Sol Ruka, who was told last night she's going to be wrestling someone else who I interviewed, Bailey, next week on John Cena's final match. All right, Mr. Iguana is going up against Ethan Page for the NXT American Championship. I would love for Mr. Iguana to win this because not only is he a novelty act, but he can wrestle and so can his lizard. But I'm going to go with Ethan Page to win that. And finally, Izzy Dame versus Tatum Paxley. Izzy Dame betrayed Tatum Paxley last week or a couple weeks ago and cost her the title. I think Tatum Paxley wins, and I think she gets a little help from Lyra Valkyria to prove that Tatum Paxley is not alone, that she still has friends. And Tatum Paxley is weird. She plays with dolls. I love her as a wrestler. I've always thought she was great. All right, coming up in exactly 2 weeks on December 20th is the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special. I lost track of how many this is. We've been doing it since we've been on the air, I believe, every year. Maybe not the first one. I can't remember. So
it's the 67th.
Okay, we'll go with
Christmas
that.
karaoke special.
You just wanted to go. Pappy just wanted to say 6'7" to show that Pappy's cool.
I'm hip. Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah. Saying hip makes you definitely cool. All right. So
I ain't no jive turkey.
Let me tell you what goes on at the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special. We sing songs and we do it in other people's voices. Christmas carols, only secular ones, because I'm not going to make fun of religious carols, but I'll make fun of Deck the Halls and stuff like that. So we're going to be doing that. We have some special guests lined up. We've got some stuff that we're going to try, and we also want to hear about your requests. What would you like us to sing, and who would you like to sing it as? To give you an example of what we have done in years past, and you may say, this show is lame, and none of the major hosts participated. All the major hosts have been on the show. Okay, they have. So if you don't like it, I got some news for you. They all have senses of humor. Also, they all like to unwind, including Bill Frady, who will be starting the show off on December 20th, as he has done the tradition of Night Before Christmas, the Bill Frady edition, bass, shotgun, and all. He will be doing that. And Tara's been on the show, and Charlie's been on the show. Not only has he been on the show, but he and the OG Chris Evans did a wonderful rendition of Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
It's a long intro. I don't know that it needs to be this long. Unbelievable. I can't believe how long this is. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, there's snow, and it's glistening. It's a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. To sing a love song while we stroll along, walkins in a winter wonderland. That's right. See that meadow? Over there, we could build a snowman, and we'll pretend like he's Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" And we'll say, "No, man. But you can do the job when we're in town." Wow, amazing. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face, unafraid, the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow, we can build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you ready?" And we'll say, "No, man, but you can do the job when you're in town." And later on, we'll conspire. We'll get together. It's a conspiracy. And we'll dream by the fire about unafraid those plans that we made when we were walking. Are you walking too, or am I
look
walking?
at me. I'm walking here.
Know.
No,
It's
that's the wrong
unbelievable,
guy.
dear. It's a different guy.
It's the snow that I like. If you ever
When he
eaten
was-
snow,
Yeah,
it's got a laxative effect. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
we could dance. It's like there's snow on the ground, and
It's like a lion tearing through the
Don't even.
snow, eating the snowman. It's unbelievable.
Lonzo. Why did you not put any cowbell in this song?
We need more cowbell.
You would.
I knew it was
Odie.
going to happen.
Odie came in with the
Unbelievable.
save.
Wow.
I got a fever.
Amazing.
So there you go. That's just a taste of what you're going to get in just 2 weeks on the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special. So looking forward to seeing what will happen. And I'm kind of. I'm all right. I'm not ready at all. All right. It's the mad scramble till the end, like it always is, and that's what makes it so much fun because we don't practice. So whatever happens, and sometimes it's train wreck, like that.
That sentence.
Like me saying, yeah, train wreck. You should, a couple years ago when people didn't understand the instructions for 12 Days of Christmas, that was a train wreck. Or I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh,
that was a train wreck.
That is the worst train wreck.
So not everything works, except this year. Everything's going to work this year.
You've doomed us.
All right. When we come back, we are going to talk about thought spans, thinking stuff. When you what was I talking to? Hey, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
It's a good spot to jump in, Notes.
All right, I'll get to your texts and your messages on the stream when we come back. I needed to get the wrestling out of the way since it was going on right now, and I can't really talk wrestling anywhere else anymore. So I'm gonna have to do it here more. Again, probably hour number 2 when we get to Flaccid Stories. You need to get that loved one. That
I don't like the fact
and just gather together and hold on because you're gonna it's gonna be life changing. Life changing. Here's the problem. All right, so when you hear people doing Christopher Walken, trying to not do that cadence because it's in my head and I'm trying to.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
I'm
trying to force it away.
To force it away.
Yeah, it's difficult. So I'm going to have to be frenetic like I normally am and just go crazy and just talk as fast as I possibly can. Not like I haven't had experience with that or experience working with people. One person in particular who did that quite a bit. So I definitely know how to do it. I do. Yeah, I definitely will be reading that on the air, Scott. As I told Cameron last week, I can't remember if I said it on the air. My uncle, when I was growing up, I'd go, a bunch, and he used to do it back to me, and it just drove me crazy. My granddaughter doesn't do that. She just says, bro. which I find hilarious when she calls her grandma, bro. Her grandma does not like being called bro. Although I called her dude. She's like, I'm not a dude. I'm like, so you can call me bro, but I can't call you dude. And she's like, right, bro.
I just keep thinking of like Bullet Train. It's like, do not call me bro.
So back in the day, bro and dude were the same thing. Apparently it's not anymore. I don't know when they parted ways, when bro and dude parted ways.
Well, the mellow was harshed.
I've had many conversations about buddy and how buddy is not. People don't like being called buddy.
Detrimental.
Yes.
Meaning?
And getting someone to understand that. And then, I heard the Kelsey brothers talking about it, saying the same thing. So
I hear someone call me buddy one more time. They're going in the man can.
So the thing is, I don't know if it's an Ohio thing but I don't think so. I think people don't like being called buddy.
I don't like being called
including Napoleon. He hated it. Okay. That's why I used to play that Napoleon thing so much on the Rob Brown show.
Buddy?
Body? I don't know what that means in French. You know,
we gotta be careful about that in that
yeah,
case.
maybe. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here on a Saturday night, having a great time. So glad that you are a part of the show, because you are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. It is the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WRD. And on the text line at 800-905-0989. Let's go to the text line really quick and read something that's disturbing. But I'm just going to do it anyway, because I'll pretend like I'm Odie tonight.
Why would you want to do that?
Netflix buying WB, which we're going to be talking about eventually, means they now own over half of the mainstream content, which is of great interest to the furry fandom. Okay, that's good to know. I don't want to know what part of that it is, but okay, all right. Texture says, deck the halls with poison ivy. That might be doable. You never know. Maybe one of us can sound like a girl. You never know. Never know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But which version of Poison Ivy? The animated Poison Ivy or the live action Poison Ivy?
Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab some vines. That's how that goes, right?
Yeah, it does. You know what? And unfortunately, I was thinking Harley Quinn instead of Poison Ivy, which would be, I think, better.
There's a deck the halls with. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, it just did. Yeah, that was a very failed attempt. All right, Chris on the stream says, I feel the same way about clowns. I'd live to fight it. The clown. Pennywise the clown would probably bite your arm off. Unless you did the ritual of Chud and you understand how that works. You have to travel through the spirit world, bite its tongue, and beat it at riddles. So, I mean, if you could do all that, yeah. Or in this case,
why can't we just shoot it?
Well, you could use that dagger, but I don't think that's going to turn out too well. We'll be talking about that in a little while. Let's see. Scott says, evening, guys. An interesting news item this week. A producer scored a $600 million deal with Netflix, supposedly, not supposedly, but whatever. We're going to talk about words later. To create his Lonzo's crutch word of the night, whatever, to create his dream sci-fi series, but allegedly spent it on 5 Rolls Royces, a Ferrari, and a pair of custom handcrafted Swedish mattresses that cost nearly $600,000. He then went back to Netflix asking for more money due to cost overruns. Shockingly, Netflix bought his story and gave him an additional $11 million, which he then lost on speculative stock trading, earned back in crypto, and then I lost the rest. What's the rest of the story?
How do we expand what he's saying?
You can't. It just
does he just hit the word limit every time?
There's only so much room, so I don't know what happened. I mean, did he make the movie? I want to see it.
Why? Why would you want to see the movie?
Because I also want to see what else he Chris says an homage, which I don't know if that's how you spell that, but it doesn't matter. Phonetically, it works. To I'm not the greatest speller, so I'm not really cracking. An homage to, I thought there was an H in it.
It is. It starts
So that's, I mean,
an omag.
The working with Chris Evans for so many years, just sometimes it's all right. An homage to 007, Sean Connery singing "Baby It's Cold Out There." Well, it's "Baby It's Cold Outside," and Goofy and Cartman already did that song. I don't think we'll ever do that again.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah, I think we've retired it, but you never know. Chris says grandbabies are the best. Tones says South Park ruined Buddy. I think Buddy was already ruined back in the 80s. Like I said, the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, when the owner of the bowling alley, that fine establishment, kicked Napoleon out because he didn't have the money and said, Buddy. Anyway, let's see. Chris says, I used to call people friend back in the day of my policing days. It was a good way to de-escalate until it wasn't. Hello, my friend. Hello, friends. The Jim Nance method. You got to respect that. All right. Let's see if we have enough time. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. Short form video content is prevalent on various online platforms, and studies are finding associations between heavy consumption of such content and challenges with focus and self-control. Research suggests that heavy consumption of short form video is linked to poor cognition, attention spans, impulse control, and increased symptoms of depression, anxiety, stress, and loneliness. Some researchers caution against overreacting to the rise of short form video, acknowledging historical concerns about new technologies, but also believe that many concerns are justified. Current research indicates that consuming short form videos in large doses may have harmful effects on the brain, but further studies are needed to understand nuances, vulnerability factors, permanence of effects, and special mechanisms of harm. There's a lot of big words in there, and I think I did really well. Studies from various countries have found associations between excessive short form video consumption and issues like attention problems, memory disruption, and cognitive fatigue. Also, attention problems, memory disruptions, and cognitive fatigue, although causation has not been established because of attention problems, memory disruption, and cognitive fatigue. And most studies are cross-sectional rather than longitudinal due to attention problems, memory disruption, and cognitive fatigue.
Basically, a lot.
Did I read that more than once?
What?
Exactly. So I'm curious. Text line 800-905-0989 or on stream Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X. Do you consume a lot of short form videos? Because I don't think I've really watched too many reels, and I just I'm not on the TikTok. So
I watch like one or two, and then I just get back to whatever.
All right. So except for R-Truth TikToks will show up on my X feed and I've interviewed R-Truth, and he's amazing, and he's hilarious. So
just remember this.
Yes, his hearts. I will watch R-Truth TikToks, I guess.
Well, and there is something about the whole short form video stuff that I do believe that's correct.
Chris says, "Friend, you spell checked me. I'm hurt, Mr. Evans." Sorry. It's one of those things that sometimes it happens and it's too late. Text says Matthew should sing "These Boots Are Made for Walking." I mean, that would be amazing, except for that's not a Christmas song. I don't know if you knew that or not. It's the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special, not the Upstate Pulse sings karaoke. Although technically the Upstate Pulse is singing karaoke, but it's the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special. Tune in December 20th. Although if you're listening now, you're probably listening next week and the week after. And if so, you'll already be here. And they'll just be like different intros and we'll be singing.
Yeah.
And Cameron won't be here, but Pappy will be here.
Yeah, I can't be in the same room with them.
Yeah, it's there's a restraining order or something. All right, when we get back, I think it's time for Oops. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD. That was me going with the music. That's I got that.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't know that I've heard that part of that song or that song period ever. Odie may have found it. I don't know. I need to get some new music. I like that song though, but I need to get new music anyway. I'm doing a lot of music lately. if you listen during the day, you will probably notice that my new day job is now producer of the Bill Frady program. So the music is changing. Bill likes metal, but I can only, it's got to be rock / metal. A few odd things thrown in here and there because that's me. So we're coming back with oops, didn't I? I did. I also want to apologize. I don't need to, but I'm going to apologize that I may be pressing, I may be projecting extra hard, I may be a little bit crazier than usual, but not as crazy as I truly am because I no longer have an outlet during the week to talk. So this is it, and I'm all pent up with creativity, yo. Chris, actually, I purchased the first issue and the second issue. I didn't think I was going to be able to get the first issue because I missed the window, but they had a foil sealed bags and people didn't want to pay $10 for it, but I did. So I read the first comic, issue 1, today. I didn't get to issue 2 because there's people in the house and I like to read in quiet. It's more immersive. And so, but I got through the first one, which is a pretty long book and it's an interesting concept. And I don't care if I spoil, Batman's dead. Or is he? I don't know. And my understanding is DCKO Nightfall is actually Robin versus Red Hood, and I should have picked that up and I didn't. So hopefully it's still there. If not, I know a guy. I could probably get that for me. I don't know what that is. Yeah, exactly. Is he? I don't know. It's Batman, dude. Well, the whole concept is they're all going to die, and then whoever wins will bring them back, if I understood it correctly. I don't know if that means they're going to reboot the whole thing again like they did when they went from New 52, which they even mentioned in the thing. Oh, Batman's died a bunch of times, but it's comics. They bring him back. He's also been lost in time. I mean, I wish they'd bring back the Batman who laughs. That still was one of my favorite characters.
What do you think that would diminish his impact or
I don't know. It's comics. There's a story out there. I don't know why it's so hot in here. I ain't moving that much.
Sorry.
All right, welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. We'll get back to your stream messages and your text messages in a moment. But the Oops intro is playing, and the title that I put on our outline is The Grinch. You're about to understand why. Police have arrested a 50-year-old man for doing what, Cameron?
Stealing a whole bunch of Christmas presents from people.
Close. Very, very close. All right, police arrested a 50-year-old man who allegedly broke into an apartment, unwrapped Christmas presents, and then fell asleep. The tenant found Jose Harvey sleeping on her couch and called the police, who arrived to find him unable to provide a logical explanation for being in the apartment. Harvey was arrested and charged with aggravated criminal trespass after the incident. The Bangor, Maine Police Department.
Bangor, Maine.
Yes. Humorously referenced the incident on Facebook, stating, surprises like this don't put any of us in a festive mood, but even the Grinch figured out the chimney is always an option.
You're a mean one, Jose.
So
You really are a heel.
So my dude Jose broke into their house, opened up all the gifts, and then decided to take a nap.
Fall asleep in the middle of a robbery?
Narcolepsy?
Yeah,
So, I mean, and if you, I mean, narcolepsy is a bad thing, but if you have it, you probably shouldn't be a thief, because yeah, or the getaway car driver. Yeah, so you probably
be the wheelman. You pass out.
Yeah, you don't want a guy with narcolepsy being your wheelman. So I don't know, dude. Maybe he found the soothing sounds of some Bing Crosby, threw it up on the record player, and fell asleep. You know, because crooning will do that for people. I don't know. Maybe he found some Michael Bublé.
Wait, what did you just say?
Crooning. A crooner. You don't know what a crooner is?
I'm not familiar with what a crooner is.
Crooners were before my time. Michael Bublé would be a crooner. So would Harry Connick Jr. Back in the day, it would be guys like Bing Crosby, stuff like that.
So like the big band singer.
You have a phone. Look up the definition of crooner, because I'm curious as to what it said. But crooning was before my time. I mean, I recognize people in that style because, you know, I've watched Old Blue Eyes. I've watched Danny Kaye. I've watched some guys like that because my mom used to watch old movies when I was a kid.
No, the other thing is, like, I know exactly what you're talking about. This gives it a little bit more in perspective as to what it is.
So it's
a singer.
It explains it better than I did. That sounds like what you're saying.
No, I was just going to read the definition off, but I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. A singer, typically male, known for smooth, sentimental, and intimate vocal style, often performing jazz standards or love songs.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron.
It would be because you said, well, this explains it better.
I never said that.
Yeah, you kind of
You
did.
thought that.
You kind of did.
Don't be so sensitive.
I am not sensitive.
You're being sensitive.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
You preemptively threw me in Egypt land.
No hard feelings, Point Break.
Now you're trying to hide behind your cart wall. You're trying to cart wall.
Find you, son.
Can we move on?
He's got me a little upset. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't do anything.
Anyway,
I'll hug you.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah, I don't mind.
It's not my fault.
I don't mind hugs. I don't. Let us go to the text line. By the way, you may text this fine program or this mess, whatever you want to call it. You can text it.
Can they bless this mess?
Bless the mess, please. Somebody bless the mess. 800-905-0989. Or we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X if you would like to do that.
That sounded like a seal bark.
Yeah.
Hi.
Anyway,
Hello, boys.
let's see. Texter says Matthew should sing "These Boots Are Made for Walking," which I pointed out on the stream. That is not a Christmas song. Okay, I don't know. Should I just read this or okay? It degrades the hippocampus part of the brain, also useful in psyops. It would probably be better to just put down the phone, turn off the TV, radio, and go outside. Replace the dopamine drip of likes or views for some fresh air and sunshine. Talking about attention spans and people watching short videos,
AKA go touch some grass.
All right. The other thing is cat videos. I'm okay with cat videos being only 60 seconds long. Once you push them though, you're gonna have to see
you're stuck in the
you
cat,
are
the
stuck
cat video.
in the cat video world. The algorithm will keep you there for a very, very long time. I still don't know why Jose decided to go in, unwrap all the gifts. Maybe the gifts weren't good enough. And it's just like, you know what? I'm going to stay here and protest. When she gets home, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. I took the effort to break into this place to steal these gifts, and they all suck.
Maybe it was a
Okay?
very comfy couch.
Why would you sit down? I would think you'd be like,
I don't know. Maybe Jose.
also, why would you unwrap them? I guess to decide whether they're good enough to take it. That's my whole point.
Yeah. It's
He
like,
unwrapped them.
you don't want to steal bad gifts.
Here's the thing. Jose may not have narcolepsy, but he may be very lazy. And he worked up quite a bit of sweat unwrapping it. Maybe there's a lot of gifts. Maybe it was a rich house. Maybe there's 50 gifts under there. Chris says he had too many Modelos. That's typecasting. I don't know.
That is.
It's possible.
How could you?
It's possible. Maybe he was into Guinness. I don't know. I know that's against typecast, I would believe. But since I don't drink, I don't know either one. So there you go. The moral of the story is don't have narcolepsy. There we go. I know you can't help it.
That's the moral?
I can't help it. Will of morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
I should make one of those.
Yeah.
The happy morality.
Yeah.
Happy
So anyway, it is the season, so keep your stuff safe. Get some of the ADT and the other letter name things that will take care of your house. Also, dogs will do it.
Big old dogs.
Pitch pirate traps. You could do that too. We don't condone that though, because we don't want to see anyone getting hurt. But I mean, if you do it on your own, it had nothing to do with me. All right, when we come back,
That bear trap was there when I got here, officer.
yeah, it's not my fault that he didn't see it. All right, we come back.
He should have looked better.
We are going to talk some My Hero and some It, and if we have time, the Netflix WB purchase and whether it shall go through or not. And wake up, Jose. Wake up. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. I love that I've gotten away with that. I'm going to get in trouble for it eventually. Exactly, Keith. It's going to be a struggle after 8 o'clock, but I can do it because I am a radio professional. Last year, during the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special, the Buckeyes were in the playoffs. And I thought I was done during the radio play. And I was just watching the game, and I missed a line. And
I have. It was a tough battle, but I won.
perseverance. I mean,
Indeed.
being steadfast. And,
Look, if I got anything, I got endurance.
there you go.
It's my primary stat, if you will. Now, if you're asking if I've ever been to Maine, Chris, no. I don't plan on it.
Who'd want to go to Maine, especially after all the stuff that's written about Maine?
No.
Which is, of course, accurate.
Yes. I don't want to deal with vampires or fear
I
demons.
don't want to go to Derry. I don't want to go to Bangor. I don't want to go to Jerusalem's Lot.
I don't want to. Salem's Lot.
No, it's Jerusalem's Lot. They call it Salem's Lot.
That's
Yes.
right. I forgot about that.
I don't know if you've read the book.
I did.
Did you? Okay.
I remember the basement filled with forks.
Oh, yeah. That was not good. Still, Salem's Lot, one of the scariest things ever when you're like 9 or 10 and it comes out.
Yeah, and then you say,
and
hey,
your bedroom
Cameron.
has 2 windows. And you just think in your mind, someone's tapping on the window.
Yeah, you made me scared of windows too when I
Let
watched
me
that.
in.
It's like, ugh.
And the freaky kid who was in Monsters, he's the one who survived. So, yeah, take that.
You got to watch out also for dogs and for like cars that come alive and try to kill you.
Well, yeah.
Cats that rummage through your innards.
I'm trying to think of reading the book It scared me because all my friends went to the military, my TV broke, and I was just like sitting there in my apartment by myself reading it, which is not good with an overactive imagination. As far as the movies go, the movie never scared me, or of course, later on movies didn't scare me. Christine didn't scare me because it's just, I don't know.
I was about to say the series though.
The Carrie, that was messed up. I just saw the remake the other day. I mean, around the other day in October, which is kind of like the other day.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yes.
You go get him, Chris.
Just get him, Chris. Put some crosses in your bullets and all. So watch a lot of Constantine. Or read a lot
Would
of
you like me to
Constantine.
craft you a spear?
Hey, according to Lost Boys, and I believe it, bows and arrows, or according to Skyrim, crossbows work really well against vampires.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You also got to be able to shoot them and aim, which I think you'd be okay with that.
I think
Chris.
he'd be good.
Yeah, so, I mean, there you go.
Would you also like some exorcism knuckles?
Also, Chris, speaking of KO, Superman's brass knuckles with many suns on them. That's wicked. That is so wicked. I still don't think he's going to win. I think Nightwing wins because whenever it's a big global event, Nightwing always wins or is because he's always considered the best of them. As long as it's not the Spear of Destiny. Speaking of Constantine. Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here, having a great time on a Saturday night. If you would like to participate like all the other people are on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, and on X, you can do that at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. We are also accepting your texts. All right, we're not. I guess I'm reading your texts. I guess that's acceptance. 800-905-0989. Because O is not a number, and I don't care. I haven't been chastised yet by LexCorp and the powers that be, probably because they don't listen to this show anymore, and that's fine. If they did and they heard my diatribes against the letter O, I'm willing to I'm willing to stand up or whatever it takes.
Like
to
the
do
real
that.
Slim Shady?
Yeah. Possibly. Text says, "Hey guys, shout out to Kid Flaccid. Sounds like the burglar was drunk." Yeah. Probably, or high on something, or
both,
or just hear me out. Maybe one of those packages contained a whole lot of Godiva chocolate.
Godiva?
Yeah, and we're gonna go with some Godiva chocolate.
What the heck is Godiva chocolate?
It's very rich, and rich people eat the Godiva chocolate. Look it up. Which is I mean, so maybe there's a lot of Godiva chocolate. He ate a lot of chocolate.
How would you spell Godiva?
Like God, I think. I don't know. I've never spelled Godiva chocolate before, but so he probably ate a lot of.
No, you're right.
He ate a lot of Godiva chocolate and he fell asleep.
Ooh, that does look good.
Yeah, Chris wants the spear from Dragon Slayer 1981. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I could figure out.
It was like one of the first movies with dragons in it and wizards and things. It was pretty good.
Well, I gotta go to a volcano.
Don't watch it now and expect the effects to be great. No.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, I gotta go get some meteorite, go to a volcano, get my hammer. Somewhere in Mesopotamia. I kind of forgot where it was.
Yeah, well,
go digging for that.
Sometimes you can find it if you look really hard. All right, so Welcome to Derry is almost over. And we know what happens. It survives because we know he dies 27 years in the future, and this is in 1962. So we know that he survives. But we found some interesting things. There was speculation. We are spoiling, by the way. If you haven't watched it, don't tune away. Just deal with it. It's your own fault. It's your fault. You knew we were going to talk about it. I've teased it, and I never go against my teases. If I tease something, I talk about it. So you were told. Text says I say 0 to Godiva. It's pretty good though. It's not. I mean, it costs a little bit more, but it's pretty good. And it's probably more expensive chocolate. There used to be a French market. It probably still is in Ohio. And they had chocolate in the shapes of body parts. which was interesting to go, going on a field trip with the French
Oh,
class,
I
going,
don't think I need it.
going, Madame Black, Madame Noir. What's that? But anyway, so,
Would you like a chocolate nose?
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. So, we found out that Bob Gray, who Pennywise took the shape of, took the shape of Bob Gray, had a daughter. That daughter has been shown several times throughout the season in her clown costume. We find out that she has been following the kids and scaring them and stuff. But the most disturbing thing is that she misses her dad so much. She believes that her dad's been possessed by an evil spirit, that she is feeding the children to Pennywise.
Yep. Just to see her dad.
Just to see her dad. And she's working at Juniper Hills, and she should be in Juniper Hills because she crazy.
She has a screw loose.
All right. And we see in this episode exactly what Pennywise does. There's always a group of kids, and there's always a way to break them up to a way. All right. The black spot, we know how this is going to end. It's going to be on fire, and a bunch of people are going to die because every cycle of Pennywise, it ends with a major tragedy. So the folks have already showed up looking for a particular person, and they're going to catch things on fire, and a lot of people are going to die. We already know that there's only 2 people with plot armor, and they're both there.
Yeah.
They're both there.
So
So
we know Dick Halloran is going to make it.
Yeah.
We also know that Will Hanlon's going to make
yeah, there's only 2.
I don't think I'm concerned that oh man, Grogan's kid is not going to make it.
No, I think she will.
You think she will?
I think she ends up being someone's mom.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I think will happen. Also, Dick Halloran, I mean, now I want to go back and watch The Shining again. And I might afterwards, and I've never seen Dr. Sleep. It looked very interesting. And my understanding is that he's in it in ghost form. He's not Scatman Crothers, because Scatman Crothers is dead.
Yeah.
But he's another.
It's the guy who plays the Captain America from the Vietnam War in like
I knew he looked
Falcon and Winter
familiar.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Isaiah Bradley. He's the guy who plays
okay.
Isaiah Bradley.
All right. That's why he looked familiar. I saw bits and pieces of people talking about Welcome to Derry and showing bits and pieces of that, which makes me want to go back and see it because it's got Obi-Wan in it, and then The Shining was so freaky that would be interesting to see. So we know those 2 are going to survive. I want to know how the military just ups and leaves.
Because everyone gets murdered.
How many episodes do we have left?
2.
2. So somehow the military leaves and they don't pursue trying to capture Pennywise again. It disappears from the lore because Derry makes you forget, which means Pennywise makes you forget. But so they all have to die, don't they?
Probably most of them will. Either they all die or they all get pulled back and then they all forget.
That's true because the general, he's a general, isn't he?
Yes.
He had forgotten until they gave him True Serum. True Serum doesn't exist. True Serum doesn't work. Oh no, this is True Serum.
And we're going under, guys. It's like, why would you tell us that? Anyway.
That's a wonderful looking undercarriage. So this has been a great show, and I hope it continues. We have a text that says, guys, will the Netflix purchase of WB and HBO affect Derry and other HBO shows? We're going to talk about that a little bit more here in a little bit, probably in the next hour. Or we'll talk about it now. Why not? Why not? So Netflix is purchasing Warner Brothers. They haven't bought it yet. There's already been people trying to stop them from doing it, including theater owners are concerned. Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery have announced a deal for Netflix to acquire the WB's film studio and streaming service, which means they bought HBO Max. Theater operators are concerned about the impact of Netflix's acquisition on the industry, fearing a decline in the number of films available for cinemas and annual box office ticket sales. So the thing is, here we go. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandis plans to continue Warner Brothers releases going to theaters and meet with theater owners to address concerns about the company's vision for shorter exclusive theatrical windows. So here's the thing is, I believe what he's going to do is say, hey, we're going to make sure that these WB films and other studios that are under the umbrella of WB, they come out in theaters, but we also want you to put some of our Netflix movies in theaters. I guarantee you that's what he's going to do. The understanding is the TV part is separate and they're not going to mess with that. And there are all those people out there, the Snyderverse people. Yay! Now Snyder's going to, he's from everything that I've seen, which doesn't mean that it's true or not. It's just, I'm reading from a bunch of different sources, is that Snyderverse is not coming back. That James Gunn is, and Peter the Safran are going to continue as the heads of the WB,
as they should.
And there's also comics in here. There's so many things that come into play. But again, there's a chance that that the sale doesn't go through. There was also, if you're an AEW fan, there's concern that maybe because AEW is on HBO Max and WWE is on Netflix, that would be affected. Supposedly it won't be. And here's the thing. We don't know. A lot of promises are made. If you haven't been through a merger, which I have, you've probably seen one happen in real life or on TV. A lot of things are said until the sale goes through, and then a lot of things that were promised don't always happen. So we don't know, other than they're saying that it's not going to affect anything. We will see, and I hope it doesn't, because I want to see the next Batman in theaters. There are some movies that are better in theaters. Mm-hmm. I definitely want to see the next Superman there. I want to see Supergirl there, which I believe is the next movie that's coming out. I want to see those in theaters. Was it more convenient to watch it at home? Absolutely. But there are some movies that you need to share with other people. And I think they'll make the right choice. We'll see. All right. That is the end of hour number 1. We got a lot of stuff to get to in the next hour, including AI Takeover, Flaccid Stories, where you want to gather your loved one and enjoy this story, because it's going to bring you closer together. It is. We got some tinfoil time, some rumors, some nerd roundtable, so much more. So make sure you stay tuned. I'll let you know, top of the hour news break, we're still on stream. We're still talking, taking your questions, answering, hopefully in some way that's good, or at least kind of funny. So check that out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X at 98.9 WRD, or the Upstate Pulse, which will continue in just a moment. That's what we call it. Terra close. Well, not really. Woo!
Celebrating Hollywood icons. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox News. President Trump hosting the Kennedy Center on a Reeds in the Oval Office tonight for a medal presentation.
My new method of turning it off is working. Fox ain't new to me in a long time.
As President of the United States and the Chairman of the Board of the
Yeah, definitely. I'll bring that up, Dexter. Batman versus Pennywise. Batman's fought Dracula and a bunch of other things. I mean,
pretty sure Batman would win.
The man charged with planting a pair of pipe bombs outside the RNC and DNC headquarters in D.C. back in 2021, appearing in court on Friday.
A brief but revealing court appearance.
Well, Chris, it all comes down to belief. So if you believe something can hurt Pennywise, then it can. So if the Joker believes that crowbar would hurt Pennywise, it would hurt Pennywise. Because as we saw from the latest trailer, adults float too.
Yes. Well, it seems like Batman and Joker are crazy enough and willful enough to be.
Yeah, it's a matter of belief. If you believe enough in something, yeah.
significant because both devices were planted on January 5th, 2021, the night before the Capitol riot.
Right here's where we lose part of the audience. And I try my best to pay attention, because if I don't pay attention, there'll be a Pappy takeover, and I don't want that to happen. Because out of the right corner of my eye, I see Gus Johnson. Things about to get going. Hopefully, kickoff isn't until like 8:20, so we get home somewhere in the second quarter. That would be kind of cool. I am recording it, but you know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Chris. The Joker believes everything he does. So the Joker versus Pennywise might be a better battle than Batman versus. I believe Batman believes too, but I think Joker believes more in himself than Batman believes in himself. Maybe, or maybe it's kind of equal. Clown on clown crime, though. I mean, I don't know. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do next. I think maybe some tinfoil time. Maybe. I want to be that guy who just whines about how hot it is somewhere, but it's stuffy in here. Don't you think so?
I do.
Okay, all right.
You're not wrong.
You don't want to be in a stuffy room and then someone have a problem. I'm just saying. You know what? Maybe we should go with flaccid stories instead. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's hope the boss doesn't tune in during this segment that's coming out.
Again, you have me worried.
Hey, would you give me my other drink? Pappy, could I please have another pop, sir?
All right. Welcome to Pappy's Portable Pop Palace.
It's pop in the north. It's soda down here. Pop is the correct way. Technically, it's a soda pop.
Yeah, much like the hit single from those demon K-pop boys. I don't remember what their names are. Maybe that's what we should do at some point.
No.
Have Odie sing Soda Pop.
How do you know he doesn't already do that?
Has he watched it before?
No.
No?
I'm going to pour him a beverage now. It's a Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too?
Not really, no.
It's because you're not one of the cool ones.
Well, I don't want to get picked by Peter.
Well, there's that too. You know, there was one time where I interviewed the guy who sang that song. That would be one Mr. David Naughton.
Yeah, you have his machete on the wall.
No, that's a different guy.
Different guy?
Yeah. From American Werewolf in London.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And the Wonderful Hot Dog, the movie.
No,
No, you should not watch Hot Dog, the movie.
it doesn't sound like it's a thing I need to watch now.
He was impressed that I had watched it and referenced it. And then he proceeded to tell us that he was the only one who could ski in like almost the entire movie. None of the other stars could. So. Welcome into hour number 2 of the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here. Cameron's over there. We're having a good time on a beautiful Saturday night. Yeah, it's a little cool outside, but you know what it's not doing? It's not snowing. At least not here. We go all the way up to Charlotte in North Carolina. It could be snowing, between here and there. Probably not. And we also go to Georgia. Probably not snowing in Georgia. But we welcome you to be a part of this program. Text line is 800-905-0989 because 0 is a number, O is not. We're also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either 98.9 WRD or the Upstate Pulse. We were talking about the military and welcome to Derry and what will happen to them because we don't know how they would still be there. Texter says, guys, maybe they saw what happened to the military in Stranger Things. If they did, they probably would like to leave. Yes, they probably would like to leave. In this hour, we are going to talk AI takeover, flaccid stories, which we're going to get to here in a moment. So make sure you go ahead and gather those loved ones. Video games, tinfoil time, rumors, and a nerd roundtable. Before we get to all that, let me tell you about our friends at Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville. So you can drive there from anywhere. It may take you a little bit longer. Steven says, what's up, fellas from Gatlinburg, Tennessee? Hopefully you're there having some fun. I mean, we were talking about Dollywood yesterday. I can't go because I get sick when I go to the mountains. I feel horrible about it. And I've told my family, hey, go without me. I'd rather just not be sick and have vertigo and fall down and stuff. And I do that when I go in the mountains. Unfortunately, it's gotten worse and worse, which is why I can't go back to Ohio. Although we did last night. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I have that attention span thing where I've been watching too many videos and I have no idea what I was talking about. I was talking about Borderlands Comics Games. Here's the thing. There's a magical day coming in, what's the date today?
6.
19 days. 19 days from now. There's a magical day coming. And if you have a nerd, a geek, a pop culture person who you haven't figured out what to get them yet, you need to go to Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville. And you know what you can get? Just about anything pop culture. If you're into Funko Pops, if you're into anime statues or superhero statues, if you're into comic books, obviously. They also have a bunch of D&D stuff. They got dice, they got figures, they got the paint to paint them. If you have the steady hands and the ability to paint real little things on the figures. Goose says no more caffeine for you, Lonzo. Hey,
Hey, you don't make that decision. I'm his enabler.
I'm only on my third Dr. Pepper.
You're welcome.
Yeah. They also have posters. If you look around, if you're checking us out on the stream, all these posters, except for one, were purchased at Borderlands Comics and Games. They also have vintage video games. If you're into Pokemon, they got that stuff. They've got Warhammer things. It's about anything you can think of. So if you don't know, if you don't understand what your kid's into, but you know what it's called, you go there, Borderlands Comics and Games, say, hey, my kid likes to play this war driver war thingy. It's got a number in it. I think it's like 3,800 or something. I'd like to buy something for him. They'll go, yeah, we've got that. And let me tell you what your kid would enjoy or what your grandkid would enjoy. We've been in there before where people, especially during sales, where a lot of people go in that haven't been in there before and discussing things. It's a lot of fun to listen. And you're not gonna go into Borderlands Comics and Games and not have friends because they're into what you're into when it comes to pop culture, and you'll have a good time. All right, here's the thing. We're going to do a thing that you need to gather your loved ones because this is going to be a thing. This is in honor of King Flaccid, who's out conquering kingdoms to this day. It's time for some Flaccid stories.
Who cut the cheese? Who cut the cheese? I ask you, please, did you cut the cheese? I'm not adverse to learning. Tell me why my eyes are burning. Who cut the cheese?
I think I'm gonna hurl.
And now, putrid, stupid, stinky stories with Flaccid Patrick.
Do not go in there.
And Seepage.
All right, we get new listeners all the time. They don't know who Patrick is. He is one of the guys back in the day who was on the show. We've had quite a few people come through. They spend their time here and they move on. Usually not because they spent time on the show. Carlos, maybe. he was not real happy, but he loved us, so that helped. So people come through, and what they do is some of them leave a lasting impression on me, including Patrick, one of my favorite people of all time. But he didn't like words like seepage, like flaccid, like words like that. So I would go and I'd find stories and have him read them, just because I thought it was hilarious. So here's the thing. If you have a wife and you may think, oh my God, that's so bad, that the thing she just did. And you think it's gotta be that
stinker.
That is so bad that
stinker
that she let was so horrible that I can't breathe because this room is full of
stinker.
What do I do? Well, there's science behind it. So if you are a manly man, a man of the man persuasion, as I am, and Cameron is.
Manly man.
Yes. We're manly men. We're not wearing tights, though. Although I am wearing sweats. So, I mean, that's close.
We roam around the woods looking for fights.
Our tights are not tights either. I just want to say that. So, anyway, on average, a human
stinker
stinker up to 23 times a day. Did you know that?
I never counted.
Yeah, me either. And so I suggest tomorrow, while you're at church, count how many
stinker
you let. That wasn't you. That wasn't you specifically. That was the people listening, because we know you done it. We've all done it. You didn't mean to, and you looked at the kid next to you and blamed it on.
Look. This all comes down to cheek control, and I feel like I've mastered it.
Okay, all right, but not all of those toots are created equal. Research shows that women's gas smells worse than men's. So there you go.
Science is on our side.
And I waited till almost kickoff of the Ohio State game to talk about this so I can go home. Because
that's why you did that.
Because I already know that my wife is watching the game, and I told her she should watch the game because the game's more important. I'll be back on next week. This is the championship game, so she watches. So, and there's a scientific reason why. But next time you catch a whiff of your wife's wind, well written, take comfort. That stink could be a sign that she's less likely to develop Alzheimer's. All right, here's the thing. I think I get the added benefit.
Why is there so many swerves in stories like this?
I don't get the added benefit, but according to science. All right, back in 1998, Dr. Michael Levitt, a gastroenterologist, I said that right. Don't check me. And prolific researcher known as the king of
stinker.
That's not what he's king of, but I don't like the word that starts with, I don't like the F word. So I'm going to go with this.
Stinker.
He's known as he's a gastroenterologist. He's known as the king of
stinker.
But it's the F word. Not that F word. This one could actually be said on the air, but I consider it a bad word, so I'm not saying it. He set out to figure out which gases give flatulence its signature funk. His recruited, listen, in your job, you don't get to do what I'm doing right now. That's all I'm saying. This might be the last time I get to do it, but he recruited 16 healthy adults with no history of gastrointestinal issues and had each of them strap on a flattest collection system.
Flattest?
Yes, it collects your
stinker.
That's what it does.
Okay, so yes, flatulence. It's a reference.
It says flatus. It says, FLATUS, flatus, collection system, which was essentially a rectal tube connected to a bag.
Oh.
So they stuck a tube, where the sun don't shine in order to catch her.
Stinker.
And that's what they did. So
right in the prison pocket.
yeah, no. Let's not say that. After the participants chowed down on pinto beans and took a laxative, the researchers collected their subsequent
Stinker.
Next, Levitt and his colleagues ran a gas chromatographic mass spectroscopic analysis to break down exactly what was inside those bags. They also put the samples to a sniff test.
No.
2 judges were brought in to rate each
Stinker.
on a scale of 0 to 8.
I would be very scared if they're enthusiastic about
With
their job.
8 being very offensive. They were unaware that they were smelling human flatulence. So I don't know. Did they say it was cow flatulence? I don't know, but they didn't know.
So what does this smell like? Excuse me, sir.
Please
rate this from a 1 to an 8.
We have secretly replaced the cow flatulence with actual human flatulence. Let's see if our judges notice.
Maybe they just refer to it as gaseous materials,
All right,
non-harmful gaseous materials.
The researchers found that the main gases responsible for the odor of human
Stinker.
are sulfur-containing compounds, most notably hydrogen sulfide, chemical behind that classic rotten egg smell. And while men tended to pass larger volumes of gas, the study found that female flatulence contained a significantly higher concentration of hydrogen sulfide than that of their male peers. The judges agreed, rating women's
Stinker
as having a greater odor intensity than men's. It's no wonder women tend to get more embarrassed about their
Stinker
than men do. A 2005 study found that heterosexual men were the least bothered if others could hear or smell their toots, while heterosexual women were the most self-conscious. So anyway, according to the story, if it smells really bad, it's good for the woman because she probably won't get Alzheimer's.
Does it explain why?
Yeah, well, because of the chemicals and things like that.
So because of those chemicals
Yeah,
being in place, it means that
I've-
her brain chemistry is good?
I've dwelled
Stinker
on probably too long already, and so I need to go. So someone stuck a tube up someone's butt and captured.
Not just that, but someone volunteered for that.
And they ate pinto beans and a laxative.
Imagine telling that story. It's like, man, how'd you get so much money? Well, bro.
Chris, and I agree with him, said cabbage and navy beans would have worked better. I don't know. Cabbage is it's a natural laxative.
And now we have ordered some Taco Bell for the laboratory.
Yeah. So the next time your girl lets a
Stinker
it's okay. Because science has proven that, yeah, that is raunchy, that's nasty, that's rank, and it's worse than anything you've ever done, and she should be proud of it. And also make sure that your windows roll down, and if you're in a store, you jump to the next aisle because you don't want anyone thinking you did it. All right, when we come back, let's see. We're going to get to some tinfoil time. Why not? Listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. I'm sure your wife or girlfriend will still let you continue to listen to the show or watch the show because she knows. She knows. She may act like she don't know. She knows. Oh no. The Ohio State player took out the quarterback for Indiana already. And we were talking about this earlier, that almost every big game, it seems like one of our players gets ejected. I hope the kid's okay. It looked like a clean hit. He hit him in the shoulder with his shoulder. All right, there's a little forearm in there, but yeah, so I was going to come back with rumors, didn't I?
Bring all your old comics and collectibles to 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville and turn them into cash. Borderlands has been the trusted leader in geeky goods in the upstate for over 35 years, and we buy more than anyone.
Oh, no. And that's still him? Or was it a backup quarterback that got hurt?
Your garage door is always there for you, rain or shine. Are you taking your garage door for granted? Is it screeching?
I don't know. Need to pay attention to this show.
To keep out the cold and hot air. Call Overhead Door Company of Greenville. Trusted here since 1967. For same-day service, call 864-277-9460 and schedule online at overheaddoorgreenville.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid.
Oh yeah, I was going to do tinfoil, but I can actually do that in this too. I don't know why I'm talking to myself. I talk to myself because there ain't no one to talk.
Well,
to.
Chris, sometimes you need to, take a more intimate approach. Sometimes you just got to get in there.
Use use a Rambo knife, which I believe is a Bowie knife.
I prefer a Warhammer personally. I like the squish. Satisfied. Does damage to most things. That's the other thing that everybody likes, swords and stuff, but swords didn't do crap against good armor.
Swords.
Yeah. Back in the later medieval periods when armor started getting a lot better, swords became less effective. That's why everybody switched over to warhammers and such. Like the Venetian Warhammer, one of my favorites. It's got a nice little...
Is that like a Venetian blind?
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm passionate about my hammer.
That was a Leroy question.
Yes, that was. It's all right, buddy. You just take that bazooka and point it at the enemy.
I like the boom. Get him. Hit his knee. Don't hurt his knee, but hit him. Dag on it. Give up first down. What are we doing, people? Let's play some defense. All right, welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. It is rumor time. There's some things that you see on the internet and you're like, that's not real, but I kind of hope it is. And some of these rumors, I don't know how they get started. Started by jealous people and they get mad seeing something they had that someone else is holding. But eventually it's either found out whether the rumor is fact or not. And we're going to find out if some of these are fact or not. Eventually I'm going to figure out what button I'm supposed to fade. I don't know if I should noob myself on that. Yeah,
You're touching all over that.
It took me a minute, but I got there. All right, here's a couple rumors. All right, there's three. So there's a few rumors. Not a couple. All right, rumor has it a new Dragon Ball movie based on Vegeta's past will release in 2026. Do you want to see a new Dragon Ball movie based on Vegeta's past?
Yeah, why not?
All right, how far back past are we talking about?
I don't know. Maybe his teenage years. Maybe like his young adult years when he's like out.
Napa time.
Yeah. Vegeta.
All right. So
Team 4-Star has ruined it.
So Cameron, there may be some people out there who do not know who Vegeta is. Describe Vegeta to those people.
Okay. Well, Vegeta is the prince of all Saiyans. The Saiyans used to be a very warlike race that eventually got subjugated by the emperor of the universe called Frieza. How's your hand?
I was cheering a sack, but I should have got my fist out of the way.
Your fist should go up, not down.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get it anyhow.
Anyway, Vegeta being the Prince of all Saiyans, now the Prince of all of like 5 Saiyans, did work for Frieza for a long time.
I don't know.
trying to-
Is he kind of, he's the king of Saiyans now.
Yeah, but
And also, is he the king of the Saiyans from?
he never calls himself the king, though. That's the
true.
thing. And I think there might be a weird thing of like, he never got coronated. Maybe he just takes the title of prince to his grave.
Okay.
because-
Also, the other dimensions, which we know exist thanks to the tournament, is he the prince of those Saiyans?
I think so, because I think.
So then he's a prince of more than 6.
But does that count? Because there's another prince over them.
Is there though? They don't talk about.
There's another king.
They don't talk about.
Well, Kaba talks about the king of those Saiyans. He says, "You remind me a lot of him."
Oh, okay. All right.
So, like, they're like alternate universe Vegeta, I think, is the king of those Saiyans.
All right. So here's the thing: back in the day when Vegeta was young, Saiyans were sent to planets to conquer them. After he got into, I don't know, he's like 9 or 10. They sent him out on his own missions. Frieza was just getting him out of the way, but he was going out and conquering planets. And then Frieza would take them and sell them to whoever wanted planet. They never point out who buys planets, though. You know, they sell the planets, but they don't say who they sell them to.
There's plenty of bad guy aliens out there. that we've
Apparently,
seen.
or someone looking for a little elbow room. But so
flip that planet.
Yeah. So do we want to see basically a buddy movie of Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz?
Hey, it's more Dragon Ball Z, so why not?
Yeah, you're right. And with the new animation, it's even better. Texture says infatuating, which is amazing. Way to go, you.
Very infatuating.
Texter also says rumors, good old retro song, which goes along. Thank you for getting it. Okay. Some people, and thank you for calling it a good old retro song. Because it was big back in the day.
Does that make you feel old?
Yeah, absolutely it does. All right.
Well, here's some news that makes it. Never mind.
Rumor has it that Brainiac will be the main bad guy in the next Superman film, and that they've narrowed it down to 3. This is here's the fun thing. Only James Gunn will jump in there and go, nah, that's wrong. Other directors and stuff will just let it go. He just goes online and goes, yeah, no, that's wrong.
What are you guys talking about?
That's that's stupid. Where did you get that idea from? I mean, he just does that.
Who
all the
told
time.
you this?
Yeah. He does that. It's hilarious. So here are the 3 people that supposedly the list is narrowed down to. One is Sam Rockwell. I can't see Sam Rockwell as Brainiac because he's too energetic. He's too, a stoic Sam Rockwell is a waste.
Yes.
So I don't think it would be Sam Rockwell. The second one is Clayus Bang. I don't know who Clayus Bang is.
That is a name.
And I didn't want to look it up. And I may not even be saying his first name right.
I'm going to take a chance.
Claes. It sounds like Clayus. Clayus Bang. The last name is great, though. Let me know if you find out who Clayus Bang is. I should have done more research, but I did not because I didn't.
He's a Danish actor.
So Clayus is a Danish name. That's kind of awesome. And the third person rumored to play Brainiac is Matt Smith.
Interesting.
And see, I
think that falls into the same problem as Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, I love Matt Smith, and he plays villains in almost every movie. And it wouldn't be the first Doctor Who to play a bad guy in a James Gunn film. You're trying to remember The Thinker.
Oh, yes.
With his attack eyebrows.
Yes.
For sure.
But he was still, what's funny is he still acted like that Doctor to a degree.
Yeah, he did.
He
did. And so I don't see Matt. Here's the thing. I don't believe this rumor because I think if indeed Brainiac is the bad guy, and I do think he probably is, I think they'll pick a younger actor.
Someone that they can have.
So I don't know about this Clayus guy. I don't know how young he is.
He's 58.
Yeah. So I think they're going to pick a younger actor because
Would you say 58 years old?
Because older than me. So I think you got to go with a younger guy. You got to at least go with someone who looks as young as as Superman and Lex Luthor. I think you got to do that, but we'll see. We'll see. And also someone who can grow with the part, and also someone who in the future, his descendant could be Supergirl's boyfriend. All right. The Batman Part 2, supposedly, the rumor out there has signed Scarlett Johansson for a new role opposite Robert Pattinson. The other rumor is that Emma Stone was offered the part first and she turned it down.
Interesting.
They're not saying what the part is going to be, and it hasn't been I'm calling it a rumor because it hasn't been substantiated. It hasn't been it's no one has said yeah. They reached out to HBO and they had no comment because they're probably wondering, do we still have jobs? I don't know. There's a merger happening. I don't know. So there you go. There are rumors. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to do some tinfoil time, and then we'll hit the nerd roundtable. You, driving along on that gray Pinto. I don't know how that thing still runs on the road, but you got it going right now. Good for you.
Way to go, you and the gray Pinto.
Good mechanical skills. Cameron has no idea what a Pinto is.
Yeah, Cameron doesn't, but Pappy does.
Yeah, my cousin Keith,
You're Cameron.
who was on. Yeah, you're my Cameron. My cousin Keith, who was on the stream earlier, let me borrow. I believe it was his Pinto.
It's like a weird truck car hybrid, right?
No, not really. It's more like a hatchback to take my driver's test. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. There's also a hole in the floor. The floor mat was covering it up, and we were really hoping that they wouldn't look under it because then I wouldn't have been able to take my test. They didn't look under it though, so I was able to take my test. And pass.
Did they mention? I was like, man, it just feels really drafty in here.
No, I got my foot on it.
So, Chris, you're asking Bronze Age or Iron Age? Are you asking liking it or like what my preference was? Where I like my tools from?
Tool. Threw an interception somehow, Cameron. I think it was a deflection, but it was definitely an interception. And now Indiana is down in the red zone.
Oh, great.
Come on, Julian. Be a little more Super Saiyan-like. Get him. Hit him. There you go. Force him to throw it away. Hold him to at least a field goal. Let's go. It's a low-scoring game, which was kind of expected because a couple of good defenses. But
the game literally just started.
You know what? It may not have been a Pinto. It may have been Vega. I don't know, Chris. But I do think it was a Pinto. The question is, you're asking, did Pappy fight at Troy? Which side was he on?
Well,
I watched the end of that movie because I had never seen it. That was pretty lame. The horse looked pretty sweet, though.
Who do you think had the idea for the horse?
In the movie, it was Odysseus.
Yeah, he's a chump.
Which was Sean Bean, who didn't die. He lived. He had a great idea, and he lived. Brad Pitt did not.
So this is why you never get into a fight over a woman.
He did get shot in his Achilles heel by Legolas, though.
Did he now?
He did.
I don't think I watched that movie.
Oh, it was Legolas. He shot him.
Well, I mean, the Bronze Age had a lot of fun mythological creatures, too.
Yeah, I probably should come back.
I fought some griffins. I fought a hydra once. That was annoying because it kept growing its heads back.
Yes, well, sometimes they do, don't they?
That's why I used explosive cattle. You might be wondering, Pappy, what's explosive cattle? Well, it's when they get chomped on, they explode.
All right, held him to 3. We'll take that.
Sometimes the best fighting you can do is with your brain.
Exactly.
Your brain muscle.
Win the war up here first.
Exactly. No one's half the battle, and the other half is gratuitous violence.
It's called strategery.
Indeed. Also, hit it in the glowy bits.
That almost always works.
Of the many video game advice I've given you, including the Pappy Pep Talk to help you get through.
Yep.
Okay,
what do I do here? Often when I'm playing a game,
you do it better.
Often when I'm playing a game and I suck at it, I hear Pappy in my head giving me a Pappy Pep Talk, and hit it in the glowy bits almost always is the first thing that's said.
Whenever we play together and there is something that has glowy bits, it's always just like, glowy bits!
I wonder if that's a technical term in the video game industry, glowy bits.
I don't know. It
should be.
Yeah,
exactly.
Either that or highlights, but then you might hit someone from the 90s.
You know what I can't believe?
What?
The show's almost over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I probably should hit that. All right, fine.
that's definitely-
Here's what I'm going to do.
You done just messed up, boy.
Oh, yeah, boy, you done moved it now.
Oh, you in trouble.
Ooh-wee.
All right, where is it? There it
I
is.
think there are certain questions about certain aspects
move
of
that.
certain parts of this situation that require an evaluation about whether or not this is or is not a valid.
I dare you to produce one credible source about this.
Uh-oh, dead air.
This information cannot leave this room, okay?
Is that a real thing? Because that does not sound like a real thing. It's a real thing.
I knew it. Okay, do you see that one coming?
All right, it is tinfoil time, and yeah, you heard a noob in there because I suddenly couldn't find the intro, so I just went ahead and noobed myself, got it out of the way. So
Too many buttons.
tinfoil time is a story that you click on the internet, and you immediately wish that you had your tinfoil hat on it. I early days of the Upstate Pulse, Chris and I actually made tinfoil hats, and the cool part is Chris still has his in his office, which is it was endearing to and you really enjoy that. Okay. The Casequa Cobra Coral Foundation,
The what?
the 3 C's, claims to have the ability to manipulate weather patterns and implement atmospheric modifications through the spirit of the cacique. All right, I'm gonna go with cacique, but I don't. It could be Casequa, because it could be French. I'm guessing maybe, more than likely it's Cajun. It's Cacique, which is quoi.
Oh yeah,
in French. So I'm gonna call him the Cacique, as channeled by medium Adelaide Scritori. Because listen, if you're gonna be a weather witch, your first name should be Adelaide. At least that's what I think.
it has to be like an old lady name.
The organization has been involved in international agreements and invitations, including offers to assist Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady, and Saddam Hussein with weather manipulation. Adelaide Scritori has been commissioned to keep rain away from royal weddings in the UK and has worked on projects in various locations, including the Gulf of Genoa. I don't know where that is, but I guess it's in Genoa.
It's over in Genoa.
And the Cannes Film Festival. Foundation has been approached by several governments in crisis situations, offering assistance in inducing rainfalls to disperse chemical residue and clear polluted air, despite lacking formal scientific recognition. I mean, what is the science world waiting on? You know what I miss? I miss the eye roll that I would get from Matthew right now, and also Rob Brown. The FCCC operates as a non-governmental organization and does not charge for their interventions. So here's the thing. If you're a weather witch, why are you not charging for your services?
Could be just, a charitable weather witch then?
I mean, if you're gonna manipulate the weather, which
how would you charge? Just like per cast, or like, is it like by like the amount of things you're doing? Is it by square area?
I don't know. Here's the other thing is
square feet. I'm sorry. I screwed that up.
I don't know why you don't charge for your services Maybe because it doesn't work. I mean, it's just-
Probably. I mean,
that's-
I'd say it might
I
be
mean, you got a whole organization. You usually don't get although people convince people to drink Kool-Aid
I was
or
about to say-
convince people that the end of the world is going to happen. So maybe there's
So you're saying all organizations have to actually be doing something? instead of just
I
doing
believe it was
nothing?
P.T. Barnum who said there's a sucker born every minute. And in this case, if you pay to have weather witches come and manipulate the weather, you probably a sucker. I'm just
So you're saying they're a sucker?
I'm saying
Stinker.
yeah, it's just that's
not what I
That's what
expected.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Or maybe I pushed it because
No. Oh, come on.
no, nothing out of it. But the thing is, I'm still going to smile when I play that cut, just in case. All right, so yeah, I don't. There are people out there who absolutely believe, and this is tinfoil time, so we can talk about these people, that the government can do that, can manipulate the weather. There are people that, that hurricane hit this area because the government decided that they didn't like the poor people there and stuff like that. So, if you believe the government can do it, then you probably should believe that these weather witches could also do it. And
Well, to quote JB Smoove, it's all them witches.
Witches, man, witches.
Witches.
Why are you messing with the fantasy? We know about the reality. Don't ruin the fantasy, okay?
The Upstate Pulse presents the Nerd Roundtable.
Allow me to elaborate.
Because the guys from your high school debate team need to lay the smackdown.
Are you familiar with the Drake equation? The one that estimates the odds of making contact with extraterrestrials by calculating the product of an increasingly restrictive series of fractional values, such as those stars of planets, and those planets likely to develop life. N equals R times FP times NE times FL times FI times FC times L. Yeah, that one.
You might want to get out your tape recorder, because it's going to be a historical moment.
All right, we've gone from witches to the round table, which makes sense because the round table had
Gummit Morgan.
Yeah, there's a witch there and stuff. All right, first question in the round table. There's other stuff in the round table, but I want to ask this because we started watching this a little bit yesterday, and then I turned it off before it got to Phoebe Cates' character saying why she hates Christmas. I don't know if you remember why she hates Christmas.
I think I remember.
Yeah, because
splitting.
Because he's stuck up in the chimney and he doesn't talk it up. And it's been a week since Christmas. Anyway.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, now I remember.
So the question is, and these are hard questions. Is what I do, what we do here at the Upstate Pulse. We may have asked this question before, but we get new listeners all the time, and it is the season to ask the question. And it's not the question that you think I'm going to ask, although we will eventually. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Some would say, and here's the argument. By the way, is Gremlins a Christmas movie? Text line 800-905-0989. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie? I've heard these arguments about other movies, which we will get to in the coming weeks, that no, it's not a Christmas movie. It's a movie set at Christmas.
Which sounds like a Christmas movie.
Which makes it a Christmas movie.
If it touches Christmas, then it's a Christmas movie. If Christmas happens for a majority of the thing, then it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Chris on the stream said, I heard Hillary Clinton was a weather witch. I cannot confirm or deny that because I like to live. I believe Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Absolutely.
Yeah.
First of all, the movie is based on Billy's dad buying him a Christmas gift. That Christmas gift just happens to be the Mogwai. Corey Feldman's character sells Christmas trees for his dad and has to wear a Christmas tree costume, which he hides in Billy's room and says he'll tell his dad that a truck pulled over and beat him up and stole the tree costume. Okay, so again, just the very beginning of the movie, when the elder Pelzer is narrating, I believe it was Hoyt Axton. When he is narrating, he said, I was looking for a gift for my son for Christmas. That right there, in the first couple of minutes of the movie, makes Gremlins a Christmas movie.
Yes.
I mean, there's no doubt to it at all. And yes, it is movies set in Christmas, because movies set at Christmas are Christmas movies.
Indeed.
You know, if the setting of the movie is Easter, it's an Easter movie. If it's Halloween, it's a Halloween movie. But for some reason, you know, there's no question, oh yeah, that's a Halloween movie. But when it comes to Christmas movies, people get upset about it. And I don't understand that. It's definitely a Christmas movie. Gremlins.
Do they just disagree with like theme? Is it just like,
no?
It's not wholesome enough to be a Christmas movie.
Well, I think it has to do just with Christmas. All right, I want to get another roundtable question in here before we take a break and get to lightning round. Cameron brought to my attention, and I usually check this out every year, but I didn't realize that they had done it all right. The Spotify has put their Wrapped out, where they tell you how many hours you've listened to Spotify, what your song you listen to the most. This year, they just, by the way, the song I listened to the most is the thing from Dragon Ball Daima. And that's because my granddaughter wanted to hear it over and over again. And I thought Dancing with Tears in My Eyes by Audiovox, I was trying to make that my number one
Why
song.
did you want to make that your number one song?
Because
why didn't you pick something happier?
Here's the thing. I had heard that song before a long time ago and never could find it. And then I found it. And when I found it, it's like, I really like this song. So I listened to it a bunch.
Okay.
It really comes down to I don't skip it. And my band, which has been the band every year, is Alter Bridge, because I have all their albums on my Spotify. And so it's triggered all the time. But the thing is, they added this year was age. So what age group do you listen like? And mine was very accurate. I mean, I can't act like it wasn't, but a lot of people were offended. Cameron and some of his buddies were upset about what they ended up getting.
It was a lot of they all skewed a lot older. One guy got like 77, another guy got like 60 something.
Here's the thing.
What's funny is like one of them got 21.
I am 57 years old. I listen to a lot of 80s music because that was my time.
What you grew up with.
Yeah. I mean, I was still listening to some new stuff, but my age, my Spotify age is 60. I'm not offended.
No.
Because I had some 70s thrown in there, and that skewed my age up a couple of years. So anyway, I don't know why they decided to add that.
Mine was 1500 for some reason.
I will put
classical music.
I will put this out there. I don't think that feature will be there next year in rap. I think enough people will be offended by the age that they'll take it out of there. I think this was a prank, and they did it just one time because they thought it was funny.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take our final break of the show, and when we come back, we're going to hit the lightning round. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas. Tackle him.
Meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Currently, it's 39 degrees.
A lot can happen in a day. This FBI was able to triangulate not just who it was and the location.
Miss an hour?
But we were able to use our tools and build evidence that's usable in the court of law.
Miss a lot?
We're going to enforce the law without apology.
Stay up to the minute.
We must not forget that there are still threats in the interior of our country who were allowed in by the Biden administration.
News Talk 98.9.
Today we're succeeding with so many others that failed.
I completely disagree with you, Chris. A lot of Christmas movies come out in times that are not Christmas. They just come out. I don't think Jingle All the Way came out during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. I'm tired. I'm daggone tired.
Yep.
The big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plan starts at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Mike Slater, my dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Stroke. Super hard.
And now Alonzo looks at the remaining stories that he has, trying to decide which ones will be best to talk about before the show ends. One that stood out, and I'm making sure that it is it's because some of the other ones can carry over to next week, but one has to be spoken of, and we're going to talk about it.
Is it number 7?
No, it's number 4.
I'm concerned.
Not as concerned as you were earlier.
No, I was much more concerned about that one.
Yeah, Chris, Alabama got their butt whipped by Georgia. Ohio State's the number 1 team in the country, is losing 3-0 right now, but they're a second half team. A bunch of their games were really close in the first half, and then they blow out in the second half, but they are playing the number 2 team in the nation. Both these teams are in the playoffs. Do you hold back and not? I don't think you do. I think you try to win the championship. And hopefully they will. Could be a carryover after finally beating Michigan for the first time in a while. Who knows? Can't wait to get home to watch the second half, though. Which is why when the show strikes time to get out, we get out. Making a mad dash to get everything put up.
You're saying we're going to have to go fast after the show, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Sorry,
yes.
I zoned out there.
Yeah, no lingering, no lollygagging.
What about loitering?
No, that doesn't. I mean, you can loiter fast, I think. Loitering doesn't.
Loitering is just waiting.
Loitering doesn't mean slow. That's a face mask. And you know what that is? That should be.
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
All right, W has spoken. That means it is time for the lightning round. And also, you know what? I believe that the 2 noobs that I've had today have been because of arguments with Cameron. And, but I deserve this one. I can't kill the music. So it was there. If you can't.
It was.
Yeah. So I apologize. I can't. It's on 2 different things, and I can't. I know I could get it over there and play it where everyone can hear it loud enough. But you know what? I'm not doing it because I got stuff to get to. Let us look at this. My wife just texted me Ohio State just got a interception they did during the red zone. All right. TikTok food trends offer joy, creativity, and a sense of community, but they may have implications for oral health. I don't know if you knew this or not, Cameron, because I don't know if you do the TikTok trends.
Not particularly, no, but
cotton candy pickles, a viral. I didn't know there were cotton candy pickles. Did you? Oh, we got to try that.
No!
Cotton candy pickles, a viral trend on TikTok, combine sweet and savory flavors, but can lead to bad breath due to sulfur compounds in pickles, vinegar, and garlic.
Stinker.
Exactly. Tang Hulu, a glossy Chinese treat with a hard sugar coating, can cause bacteria to multiply in the mouth, leading to acid production and bad breath. Dentists recommend using antibacterial mouthwash and incorporating parsley into meals to combat the effects of these trendy foods on oral. So parsley? So is parsley like a?
Isn't parsley a bit minty?
Yeah, I guess.
So I guess in that case,
like a base to cancel out the acid. I don't know.
Yeah.
Chewing xylitol gum after consuming sugary foods can help neutralize acid, prevent tooth decay and digestion, and alleviate dry mouth problems. Here's the thing. Quit following TikTok trends and then your breath won't stink. All right. Meta has announced a news AI assistant. Meta will integrate content from major news organizations into its AI assistant for Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp users. So here's the thing. AI is going to tell you what your news is. It's coming. It's coming. They're going to find a way to eliminate all other news. The only news you're going to get is going to come from robots. And when your news comes from a robot, then we're just this close to the annihilation of all human beings, or we become batteries. I won't be no battery. All right.
I got to say, I'm like the Energizer Bunny.
There's a major birthday that just happened, and it is a PlayStation. PlayStation has turned 30. Ooh. So PlayStation has been around for 30. Sony PlayStation, which turns 30, has become the premier entertainment brand beyond just gaming, influencing movies, TV shows, and fashion. The PlayStation's success can be attributed to its evolution with technology, whatever. PlayStation 2 remains the best-selling console of all time, offering a DVD player at an attractive price point. It was at the time. Mm-hmm. We played so much PlayStation 2 touchdown Ohio State, by the way. And we played, I have a PS2 in the Fortress of Nerditude. I don't know, is it still a fortress? Because half of the fortress is empty. It's vacant. There's no one in there except for me. GameStop has paid $30,000 to buy a rare Pokemon card from the card. Well, it's $30,000. That makes it a card, not a card. Mm-hmm. From a customer. It is a 2003 Gengar card, which was rated a 10 by PSA, indicating a gem mint condition with a fair market value estimated at just under $34,000. So you never know what your what you think might be worth your Pokemon card. They are looking at making a new Men in Black. The question is, can a new Men in Black redeem Will Smith? Karen, what do you think?
I don't know at this point because just kind of know at this point.
I had heard that his comeback was in rap was not that good, but all right. I heard Tara talking about this. I seen this. Bob McClain talking about this in his minute. A raccoon has gone on a booze binge and passed out in the bathroom. So unlike Jose from earlier, this raccoon was in an ABC store, and the raccoon got drunk and passed out by the toilet, like a lot of you people that are listening right now probably. I have never drank, so I don't know what it's like to pass out from drinking. Yeah, but I will say, you're probably right. Jose was probably drunk too. Maybe Jose and the raccoon were hanging out together before Jose went to steal all those gifts. And the raccoon went to the ABC store. All right, I want to thank everybody for participating on stream and on the text line. Sorry we didn't get to everything, especially on the text line. We will try our best to do that next week. And I will tell you, we'll be back next week. Probably, I don't know, as life has taught me, maybe is definitely a word. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Way to end on a high note, Dad.
What?
There's always tomorrow for dreams to
Thank you, Chris. All right. The time's for goodbyes. We got to go. Yeah, goodbye.